says there is a line that includes the points 0, 10, and has a slope of 2. What is the equation slope-intercept form? First question, what is slope-intercept form? What does it mean slope-intercept form? Well, if they're saying slope-intercept form, are there other forms? You know what the other forms are? Very good. You said standard form and point slope form. So, but they want slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. All right. And what is this thing right here? This guy right there, what's that? What is it? Yes, the coordinate, okay. All right, and if you plot that, okay, if you were to plot that, how do you plot it? Okay, you go 0 and then up 10. I'm gonna make smaller squares, I think. All right, here we go. So 0 up 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that's 0 and 10. And what's the other thing we have? What else is in the problem? What's a 2? Which one of these is the slope? Good. And what does it say m is? What's its value? All right. And do we know any of the other guys like y or x or b? Well, what do you call this thing right here? It's its own little fancy name. What is it though? What's it called? And which one of these is the y-intercept up here on the right? Nope, b. So b is y-intercept. So what's b? What's its value? Yep, b is 10. So we can actually put the whole thing together right now. They're all easy. Just kidding. So wait, finish this answer off though. What is this answer? Okay, tell me the other scenario that you said. What if it's what and what? Okay, that's a good question. So what if it's not exactly on the y-intercept, right? Like what if it's 1, 2, 3, and I'll say like 3 and 8. How's that? All right, so let's say it's 3 and 8. So then what you do is there's two ways to do this. One way is just to go y equals mx plus b, and we're still going to say the slope is equal to 2. So if the slope is equal to 2, what can we plug in right now? What do I write? Y is equal to 2x plus b. But this time we don't know the b like we did last time, right? But we know this and we know this. This is an actual like x on the graph, and that's an actual y in the graph. So like, you know, like when you do like those t-chart things, you go like this and you go like x and y. Like we know that when x is 3, y is 8. So that means that you can plug in your y value right here, and you can plug in your x value right here. Do you see what I just did? What did I just do? And where did I plug in the y value for? I plugged in for y. So that guy goes right there. The other guy right here goes right there. Now tell me what we have. Good. That means 8 equals what? So b is equal to 2. Now we can put the whole thing together again. Y is equal to 2x. Yep, that's it. Got it? All right, give it a shot. All right, so this problem says a line has a slope of 0. So m equals what? Okay, m equals 0. And what's the point that line passes through? Oh wait, back to this old problem. I forgot to show you the line. So on the original one, if this one has a slope of 2, if I want to actually draw the line, what do I do from this point right here? Like this? So slope is 2, so write 2 as a fraction. What's 2 as a... Show me? No. So as slope is... So 2 is 2 over 1, and then you have rise over run. Do you go up first, or do you go side by side first? What's on top, rise or run? All right, so how much do you go up? 2. Bloop, bloop. And then you run how much? Do you run one to the left or one to the right? So you, right? And then what do you do with this other dot? No, like we have 2 dots now. We have that red dot and we have that blue dot. What do you call this right here? What is this called? What is that thing called? Okay, so what do you call this point right here? It rhymes with the y-Bloomer method, the y-intercept. All right, and then what is this point right here? What is this guy right here? This other one, what's that? How do we get that one? No, x-intercept would be down here. I'm pointing to this point right here. How do we get that? How do we get that point? No. We did rise over run. We did rise over run from where? Wait, we're not even talking about the 3 and the 8 right now. Hold on. How did I get this first point right here? All right, I'm going to erase. Okay, I'm going to erase this. Erase, erase, erase. Okay, so then we initially use our coordinate, and our coordinate is 0, 10. And with our 0, 10, we got this point right here. And then what do we do from 0, 10? What do we do from? No, x-intercept's down here. We didn't do that. We used our slope though. No, this is the y-intercept. Wait, what does intercept mean? So think of it like this. Let's say you are standing at the beach, like this. Okay. And I just so happen to run into you at the beach. And you're like, hey, let's play frisbee. And I'm like, okay. Except you're kind of like those dogs that don't actually never learn how to catch. So when I throw the ball at you, boom, bounces off your forehead. So, and then, I mean the frisbee. Well, what was a frisbee? Where did the frisbee like intercept you? Right. And then if it's like, boom, hit you in the knee, where'd the frisbee intercept you? Right. So if I go like this, where is this line is intercepting right here? It's intercepting which axis? Yeah, so that's the y-intercept. And in fact, in this drawing, I don't know if you can tell, but what is the y-intercept? Right here. Can you see it? No, in my new drawing. Yeah, it's down there. It's 2. All right, so that's what the y-intercept is. So the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, so that's what this point is right here. But then we did our rise over run. We did our 2 over 1. What was that? Where do we start with the 2 over 1? Yes, and the 10 is the what? Yes, we start at the y-intercept. Then we went 2, bloop, bloop. And then we went over 1 like that. And it's not drawn to scale at all because 2 over 1 would be like over here. So you go over here and then you connect your dots. And once you connect your dots, what do you have? Your line. Now, over here, if you have a slope like this, we'll call this line A. And then I'm going to call this line B. Which one has a steeper slope, okay? How about compared to line C? Which one has the less steep slope? What's even less than that? How would you draw one less steep than C? How would you draw a line that has a slope that's not as big as the slope of C? Well, look, show me with your hands. Yeah. Is that horizontal or vertical? So this is a horizontal line, and this slope of a horizontal line is 0. What did I say? What's 0? The line itself is 0? It says it right here. It says it right here. Yeah. In fact, let's say you're going down, let's say you're snowboarding, right? And you're going down this hill on your snowboard. You're going down this hill. It's pretty steep, right? I don't know, it looks like a 60-degree slope, maybe 45. And then, but once you hit this part right here, what's that degree of that slope going to be? 0. So a 0 slope is a straight line, a side-by-side line, horizontal line. Okay, so what's the slope of a vertical line? What's the slope going to? Well, what's the slope going to be? So 0 is side by side right here. So here the slope equals 0, and here on a vertical line, the slope equals undefined. Now one of these has a slope with the 0 on the denominator, and one of them has a slope with the 0 on the numerator. So one of these slopes could be like m equals 0 over 3, and the other one is m equals 3 over 0. Which one do you think belongs to which one? This one belongs to which one? Does it belong to slope like line A or line B? Why do you say that? Nope. It means because if you punch 3 over 0 on your calculator, guess what you're going to get? Your calculator is going to say error. Because you cannot have a 0 on the denominator. When you have a 0 on the denominator, the slope is what? Well, look where I'm pointing. When you have a 0 on the numerator, what's the slope going to be? A 0 upstairs means you have a horizontal line, and a 0 downstairs means you have a what? All right, so for this problem here, it says a line has a slope of 0 and passes through 9, 10. All right, so how do you plot 9, 10? Okay, across left or right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like over here, right? And then how do you add like a slope of 0 to that guy? But I need to draw a line. So how do I do that? But is an undefined line the slope of 0? No. But like undefined line, if I drew the undefined line, it'd be like this. But that's not a slope of 0. So this is what the line looks like. So now your job is to come up with the equation of this line. So these two lines, the horizontal line and the vertical line, they don't look like, even though they have equations, they don't have y equals mx plus b equations. Their equations are different. So this equation right here, I'll give you multiple choice. It's either going to be x equals 10 or y equals 10. What do you think it is? The slope of that, the equation of the line. So the way x equals 10 works is you go over here like this. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you go like that. And then all these x values are what? Wait, are you sure? All the x values. No, like, okay, like for instance, this is like 10 comma 0. What would this be right here? Wait, try one more time. It'd be 10 comma negative 1. And what would this one be like right here? So all these points have what in common? All x's or all y's? Yes. So because all the x's are 10, this equation is x equals 10. That's the equation of this line right here. That equation is x equals 10. But this line has all what's the same value. On this line, are all the x's on this line the same value, or all the y's the same value? Like what would be the coordinate over here? You can just kind of guess it. We can guess it. Like you can have answers that make sense or like they're way off. 120 be like over here. Well, because we're negative. Okay, so negative 20 comma what? All right, negative 20 comma 1. Actually, let's just say you're all the way up at 10, okay? So negative 20 comma 10. Then what would this point be right here? So what did I write down again? Wait, so negative 20 means you go over 20 this way and up 10. So now we're on this one. How much do we go over to the left? Well, it's kind of close to the 20, isn't it? The negative 20? All right, let me make a bigger graph. The graph's too small. Yeah, it's tiny. Hold on. Bigger squares coming up. Sorry. All right, so look, basically you have to worry about three types of equations. So you have your y equals mx plus b, right? Which is called your slope-intercept form. All right, so usually when you see those, they look like this, like y equals 2x plus 5. See, that's an equation of a what? If you have y equals 2x plus 5, what is that an equation of? Yeah, but what is an equation of? It's an equation of a line, like this. Because if you have something else like this, like y equals like 2x squared plus 7, that's an equation of a parabola. And if you have something like x squared plus y squared equals 9, that's an equation of a circle. But the ones that we're working on right now are equations of line, not parabolas or circles. So y equals mx plus b is an equation of a what? A line. Okay, there's two other equations of lines that throw people off. It's this one and this one. Okay? All this is saying is you just go to the x-axis where x is 3 and you cross it. So you go to 3, 1, 2, okay, watch. 1, 2, wait, you're not watching. No, you're not. I'm looking at you. 1, 2, 3, and you cross it. Okay, so I went to x equals 3 and I crossed it. That's the line. So which one is this one? I went to x equals 3 and I crossed it. Is that pink one or blue one? Pink. How do I graph y equals 2? Yep, you go up this one and you go horizontal. So why do these two graphs, everybody always gets them backwards, by the way. Why does everybody always get these backwards? Why is it confusing? Why this graph right here, its equation is y equals 2. And this graph right here, its equation is x equals 3. Why do people think that this is like an x equals something one over here? Oh, yeah, it's because it's going the same way as the x-axis. I repeated what you said. But look, if you look here, what are all these, what are all these y values? All of these points. Remember the grid was too small before? What are all of these y values? They're all 2. So why is this equation y equals 2? What's all 2? All what points? All the y values of the points on the line. All right. And why is this equation, look right here. Why is this equation x equals 3? What's all 3? The x values of the points on the line. Got it? All right. We can switch gears to chem if you want. You just said please for chem.